Is that normal?
Witch with red eyes?
Yeah, I saw a witch with red eyes in my closet when I was sleeping with my mom. I want to know what the hell that witch is.
Like a shadow person, or was it a witch?
It was a shadow person witch. Like,
Yeah, old lady. Sure.
no, it was like a black figure with little strides of tentacles coming from the side of its robe, and it was like it had some like three claws or something, and it opened up my door, and it looked at me with its red gleaming eyes like this. Like, well, and it was sort of like a not really a shadow figure, but more of a dark matter, made out of tar, sort of. Not tar, but
Witch.
yeah, it was freaky though. It was freaky. As a kid, I was scared. Wait, you're a pro-social sociopath? You could say it. Yes, yes, I'm a pro-social sociopath because I don't. Oh, I see. Was it dreamed up? Oh, by the way, guys, lately what has happened that was kind of freaky. I was just sitting and a spider fell from my ceiling, and it was a black widow spider. I actually have a video of it, and I just caught it in my cup, and it fell like, I would say, 5 inches from my hand. Does anything like that happen to anyone? Like maybe when they go,
Can you
for
hear
example,
me? I can hear you. I can see you and you only. Everybody else is spinning.
am I possessed?
Yeah?
Really? Shit. So what is that? What is that idea that you see that stuff? Is it kind of weird, or
When you see what?
when you see a black widow fall next to your hand, and out of nowhere in your room, and you just look up and you see it. It's material. It's there. It's right there. It's moving, and you just you start to freak out like hell.
Yeah, what about that? It sucks. You got a spider that fell.
From the sky, from the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And yeah, no master plan. Yeah, I'd say no master. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and yeah. So I don't know if anyone thinks this way, because that's how kind of my mind works on the low end scale of
I
thinking.
don't think there's necessarily meaning behind that.
Could be no meaning, right?
Oh, hey, ENFJ dude that I was trying to recruit in here. Hey, dude, what's up?
Hey man, hi, what's up? Pretty good. Just kind of mixing with childhood vibes and the future, thinking mindset of myself, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Have we talked about demons yet?
no, we haven't. No,
we need to hear
no.
about demons.
But we have mentioned witches actually, and I've met this guy today. He was ENFJ, right? I told you. He told me he wanted to kill a person. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
holy crap!
It's like,
And I was trying to
damn.
help him out. Yeah, some ENFJs are messed up, man. They're like into witchcraft, Wicca stuff, and they want to just destroy people. And all that. But I was wondering, does anybody like resemble the way I would think with my subconscious mind? I would usually just think this way, generally, on the very low bottom level of processing information from when I was even a kid. So I was wondering if this is sociopathy, the way that I am thinking about things. Maybe you guys could give me some advice on it. It's just really weird because when you astral project yourself into another. Will you ever have a dream you sound like? Yeah. Well, I have no motivation. I have no motivation to do things. I want to do things very ethically for people, and I want to help people. And myself, I am not personally, intellectually endowed in wanting to have any kind of thoughts or any kind of things to do with myself, because Jace, they're all about thinking about other people. So technically, when it comes to talking about yourself, it's rather just events than your own personal goal or satisfactions to to truly say the functions make the mindset and make the thinking. So yeah, there is no master plan. There's simply the moment and what is happening right now. Sorry about it. It's kind of messed up.
Yeah. I think
Yeah. So if anyone wants to relate, that's how ENFJs are as children. Very, very deep and very disturbed, I guess, as individuals. Anyways,
it can be like really deep and really disturbed though, especially the intuitives though, because like I mean the majority of kids are like sensors, but then like if you're an intuitive and you grew up in a sensor environment, you naturally are going to be fucked up because you know you're the odd one out and you have to deal with a lot of shit.
Exactly. Well, it's not about that. It's about the idea that you even want to care about things. It's kind of hard to really associate a lot of information to them. It's just simply like it's like born with cynicism, and cynicism coming at max speed right at you all the time, and you can't even put thoughts together. You can't even string your feelings together because it's so strongly pressing down on you from birth, and you have hypersensitivity coming in, and you don't even know what to really say or tell to people, and aggression is creeping up right beside that inability.
You're just like, whoops.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Okay,
You got
whatever. I'm not
mail.
going to relate with the past. Screw that.
No, I could just like relate to that though. Like I think almost every intuitive can honestly relate to that because like growing up with like sensors and having a sensor family, you learn at an early age that like the majority, you know, you always feel like you're the one left out, and you always sort of have this cynicism about, you know, how the majority
Yeah.
work. And it sucks. I mean, it goes back to the Salem witch trials, you know, it's like everybody is so quick to, you know, put a scarlet letter on you for, you know, assuming just because you're different, you know, you should automatically be hung and shit socially. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah, that's true. But to some people, it's just simply like they're just manifested within themselves in random anger. And that random anger, I don't even know where it appears from, but it comes and it interferes with your thoughts. And as it interferes with your thoughts, you're trying to understand, like, how could I think with the moment, or how could I think about anything without tripping myself through this childhood wire? It's like it's really turbulent. It's really like a tornado, and it when you're not able to express yourself, you become very aggressive.
Exactly.
And you become aggressive to the point of, like, when I was a kid, I wanted to, like, you know, murder people. So technically, so that's how aggressive it was to me. So
I mean,
But-
when you say random anger, though, like, I mean, I kind of want to correct you on that because I think that while it may appear to be random, I think that there may be, like, subconscious implications, or there might be something causing that anger. I don't think it's necessarily random. I think it stems from, you know, going through the whole intuitive process of having to deal with, like, assholes pretty much. And, you know, we have the society where, you know, if you aren't in this like box of what is normal, then, you know, you have to go through the trials and tribulations of the intuitive, and it's just as a lot of shit to deal with. So that's why a lot of intuitives end up like, that's why, you know, you see intuitives as like the villains of the story, because, you know, really they just have gotten fucked over by the normal people and happy-go-lucky people. So.
Because their brain hemispheres are not calibrated equally. A lot of the time they will lose traction of their thoughts in a moment, and they will become kind of screwed to the ways of being definitive in society and giving people proper perspective on certain things. And a lot of the times they'll just, like, you know, I don't know if this happens to any of you intuitive people out there, but they tend to kind of come up to themselves. They tend to shell themselves in like hermits based on those ideas. So I used to do that as a childish person. Yeah. So in that sense, yes, and also in the idea that there's so much information that you could analyze from every single angle that maybe your mind just overly exhausts itself over time. If that
No.
makes any sense.
Well, that makes sense.
And then also, no, I don't. And no, and every oh, that looks like cool. That's pretty sick.
That
Poop.
looks really delicious. What are you eating?
Triangles.
Oh my god, that looks so good.
Who's that person over there?
This one?
God. Yeah. So basically, that's what I try to do. And as a kid, I was really interested in the most darkest things that anybody here would probably never be able to acquire with them.
What side of the
Really?
force?
Yeah, like necrophilia romantics readings,
Ooh.
classic psychopathy, yeah, pretty dark. Cannibal Cafe type of stuff.
You consider yourself hardcore?
Yeah, I do consider myself hardcore. Because one time I went on a serial killer website and I wanted to face them 1v1 type of thing, and I had a lot of angry plans for those type of people.
That is hardcore.
So yeah, I do. I have an aggression that overcomes me, and then I am dangerous. But yes,
Like the whole?
You like
what? Worse than that. Tornado.
You don't turn green?
No. But I feel it comes from like the universe, but it comes with righteousness. I mean,
Oh.
yeah, it's weird. I have it, and it's annoying. It could mess up with conversations. Yeah, anger outbursts. Have you sought treatment for your anger outbursts? No, because they're righteous. Why would I seek treatment for that? Yeah, and I was pretty much a toxic child. So you guys know what ENFJs are like, because a lot of the time.
Don't do that. They don't appreciate that.
Yeah, at birth, it's like, man. It's like, has anyone ever had thoughts of 24/7 trying to eliminate people because you don't like the way their tone of voice sounds?
Nobody answer that. If the answer is yes, nobody answer that. This is a recorded channel.
That's yeah. That was me at birth. Literally, I couldn't control myself. I hated everyone completely, and
Were
Were you a breech birth?
did I what?
Were you a breech? Did you come out feet first?
Breach. Yes.
Are you lying to me because I just said that, or are you telling the truth?
Did I breach?
Were you a breech birth? Not feet first.
Come out feet first. Head first.
Oh, feet first. Yes.
I mean,
Yes, I was breech birth. Yeah.
come out feet first.
That's how
Yeah,
whales.
Oh,
Wow.
but the reason I might have this aggression, I'll tell you something, was when I was a kid, at 2 months old, I was taken down into the basement, and 2 kids scared me to death, and I didn't talk for several weeks because of them as a child. So I believe that kind of gave me some trauma inside my mind, and because of that, I end up, being more aggressive, possibly. I don't know if it makes sense.
Chloe, that's funny.
I made my mother have a C-section.
Kind of, and when
I made my mother have a C-section. Spoken like
when you're born, you have that umbilical cord around you, and that umbilical cord kind of wraps around your head,
It wraps around your neck.
around your neck. Yeah, around your neck. Yeah, that shit happened to me too. It's like horrible.
You guys like remember this shit or what? Because this is like some common ass shit. You know that?
Yeah. I-
Breach all the time. They have umbilical cords around their neck all the time. Like this ain't nothing special. Sorry.
No, I know that's right.
Birth
Yeah, I guess to some
birth
extent.
trauma though it does cause psychological problems later in life, though, they say.
You lost a lot of oxygen. Were you, like blue when you came out.
I don't know if I was blue, but I was
Like
I feel
bored, and I cannot feed
a lot of oxygen as teenagers.
and I was 2 months early.
Does anybody here have high intellectual autism? I just wanted to relate to see what it's like See
I
if
think I might.
I was
I might. I haven't been diagnosed, but I might.
how do you tell if you have it? Like, what kind of symptoms have you experienced before having? Do you feel like you kind of fill up like a cup or something like that, or you kind of minus that as part of your disorder? In a way?
I mean, I haven't really been officially diagnosed, but like my mom thinks that I'm ever so slightly autistic, but like not, but like I'm very high functioning. So I don't know. I'd
That's
say,
good. That's good.
I guess the way I could tell is that I'm kind of socially retarded. So, like, I mean,
and that
I'm really-
kind of yielded. I was pretty good at talking at school. It's just whenever I get angry, I end up going in these loops, and I end up becoming inhuman. I end up like transcending into another world and being very aggressive and like devilish and all that stuff. But that's pretty much it.
I had to wear special clothing, I had to have the tags cut out of my shirts. I had to wear special socks. I rehearsed social interactions in my mind at night when I went to sleep to learn how to communicate with people. I told the truth brutally, got in trouble all the time for telling the truth. And I hate supermarkets. When I go to a supermarket, I get sensory overload. There's too many colors, too many sounds. Too many
Oh, you have anesthesia? Oh, that's cool. Anesthesia, right? What I have is I go to a lecture, right? I'm sitting at a lecture and I'm listening to my professor talk. And as he's talking, I hear the projector in the projector that is projecting stuff to the wall. I hear the gears spinning, and they spin really loud that my sensitive hearing gets shot. And I put my hands over my ears. And that happened once. And I also had one day of psychosis when I was a kid. I had the airplane DB noise, that classic airplane. Airplanes are flying around as you wake up. At night, you kind of look at your thumb, and it's giving off an airplane landing sound. And the walls are caving in like this, sort of, as if it's like sort of like a hallucination type of thing. And you're just vomiting. And kind of getting nauseous, and you're trying to stay and walk into your parents' bedroom while everything is kind of like convulsing itself, and you're just trying to just control yourself from being affected. That's kind of the thing with the science. But I believe sensitive hearing comes to people who have their ears higher up on their forehead because they could have sonar hearing.
That is so
In
fucking
previous
wrong.
time. That is so wrong.
It's the stupidest
Okay,
thing
well,
you've ever heard.
Really?
Yes, ever.
Because bats.
I
well,
I don't like it. I don't like being touched either. I don't like being touched.
you don't like being touched.
No.
I
Because
love
of
being
bats?
touched.
I do too.
You do not have Asperger's syndrome, and you are not autistic.
Asperger's, the first basic thing of that type of autism is being touched.
You do not.
What
I love
about
being touched.
what
Like,
about
I
the
love going
sensitive
up to people and
hearing
hugging
and the
people.
random spiders falling from the
Second thing is
ceiling?
denial.
No,
You are just psychotic.
no, he's not psychotic. I think he just has a sense of synesthesia.
If he sees things that aren't real, then he suffers from some sort of psychosis.
So psychotic, but psychotic and psychosis are different.
If you experience psychosis, then you are
A
mildly.
little bit more psychotic. So what I experienced was like these. I had X-ray vision as a when I burned myself on the sun. I was on my sun mattress. I didn't put on my sunscreen lotion because I'm a rebel, and I ended up burning myself fully.
I couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
Where are you from, fellow?
I'm from Toronto. I'm from Ontario. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's basically what happened. And as that happened, my grandma, she started putting mayo on me, and
Let me ask you this: were you able to speak in full conversational fashion at 2 years old?
at 2 years old.
Were you verbally able at a young age.
Who is he speaking to? Everybody seems muted.
I don't remember. Oh wait. Who am I speaking? Oh God, people got muted.
Me. You're speaking to me.
Yeah. No. I think I was first started talking when I was 8, and I was scared at 2 months old
And you do not have high functioning autism.
to death.
You do not have high functioning autism.
But I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember when I started speaking first.
When were you
I don't
able
know.
to read? Were you able to read at 3?
I could read at super fast speeds. I have photographic memory, basically, almost.
At 3 years old?
At 3 years old. Could I read at 3 years old? Possibly,
You
yeah.
read the newspaper at 3 years old and understand it.
I didn't read newspapers, but otherwise I don't understand. Okay, I'll tell you something else, man. I'll tell you
Tell me
something else. I am writing a book right now. It's called The Proactivity of the Mind.
Is that the graph thing you have?
No, way more complicated than that.
Way more.
I am making 156 syntax grammar structures for the future of
You
society.
believe in innate grammar?
Sorry?
You believe in innate grammar?
Innate grammar?
Innate grammar.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Noam Chomsky's.
Yes, I do believe in Noam Chomsky's theory. Yes, the theory of what is it called, like the analytical discourse, the idea about what is it called? Oh yeah.
Chomsky believes he's probably the best linguist in the world at MIT, and he believes in innate grammar, and it is transcendent upon throughout all languages, and he believes it's a genetic component of our development.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Yeah.
But it can be applied towards any language that you learn, depending on.
I don't know. I muted Josh.
Oh.
I'm gonna mute him too.
Yeah, well,
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I could. Yeah.
is it sort of like on what level is this grammar used on? That's another question. Innate grammar. So let's see. Generally, when I come back to my childhood memories, I cannot process future information as much as I. So see, when I'm trying to maintain.
Wallpaper.
Oh my.
Chloe knows
like,
not
wait,
to
what?
mute me.
Yeah. I can't think in two dimensions. It's kind of like mixing up the thought process.
What did you type, fellow?
I could type, yeah.
he's-
No. I'm saying I'll need to get out of my childhood state to be able to answer
I
the
think
questions. This is what
I think he's lying to himself about what he is.
I can be. What do you want? Autistic or
I don't think he gets on camera good. Good to be normal
Okay.
again.
So?
But he certainly gets an ego boost from talking about it, and he wants to put himself in a special position to make himself feel that ego boost.
Do you think he gets an ego boost? I mean, I guess he couldn't see the chat that I was typing.
Me or him? Me or
I
him?
think instead of.
LC.
I'll see.
I'll tell you what I see. I see rainbows. I see rainbows on my wall. I do. I see rainbows on my walls. Definitely.
That is called psychosis. You need to go see a psychotic really soon.
I know
He needs to be more honest. That's all. Just
you're correct to reject him. He comes around from time to time. It's like the third time I've interacted with him. He is completely the same, that sort of awful.
I've added you on my Facebook. I know who you are. I know
know
who
what?
you are.
he's a narcissist.
Yes. I'm just. I think it's so
You are
sure.
quite self-absorbed.
I told him on that too.
You are quite self-absorbed.
He gets this sort of, you're talking about this rage that he gets, but he said that it's always righteous. And
It's-
I think it was Elsie. Have you sought treatment for that?
You need to always.
Why would I seek treatment for it if it's righteous?
You need to.
Like, okay, there you go.
That's what you seek the treatment for.
You need to
Yeah.
always take with a grain of salt someone who says that they're righteous.
Exactly. That's right.
Wait,
That okay. I'm
how's
getting out
Taylor
of it.
coming through in here?
All right,
Like, I mean,
let's-
he's not even in here. Like, I thought I heard Taylor talk, but like, I don't know.
A feeler talk. A lot of the times,
No,
you know what
Taylor.
happens? Oh, dealer.
No.
Taylor and I have muted Josh because his speakers are coming through.
Well,
You know
okay
what?
then.
A lot of the times, what I do have is the inability to comprehend language in other people. So it's kind of like a way, like when somebody's talking, it's kind of like I don't even hear them. Like their words are just gibberish. I don't know if anyone has that, but they have that. Yeah, it's like pretty bad. It's pretty damn bad. So yes, let's see. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna get out of my childhood state. Damn it, this shit's so damn bad, I guess. Okay, yeah, okay. Damn it, fuck. So any INTPs here to experience or has experienced this type of insanity in themselves in general or not? Maybe it's not. Okay, I guess I'll just talk to myself then. I don't care. I absolutely don't give a shit. Okay, so yes, that's kind of the thought process, but there was good sides. There's definitely good sides. And I mean, I did a lot of good things in society. I ended up helping people who were bullied by bullies. I ended up beating all the bullies up to an extensive amount.
All of them.
All of them. All of the alpha male bullies. I beat the shit out of them so they don't touch any innocent kids at all. Yes. And there was a moment in my life which was quite interesting where 5 guys with knives came up to me and they were like, you know, where are you from? And this was in my home country. They told me, are you from Canada or are you from are you still angry, she? What is angry? She. What is angry, she? Yeah. Angry about? No, I'm recalling my childhood and it's just giving me anger. I don't know why. It's just sort of like I could bend time. Maybe. I don't know. And I could hypersensitively extract information from different timestamps and use that as a form of projection for other people to see. And then it brings anger because it puts me into another mind state that I cannot control. It's simply like a movie, like a video playing of concurrent thoughts. I know. Sorry guys. I don't want to screw it up by being all angry. Okay, let's recall some good memories. You know, because it wasn't this bad. But I'll just say this was the depressive state of mind. I had been through 5 major depressions. A lot of the time, scarcity kills very quickly. What's the peanut getter? Me? You want to speak with me? Sorry, Saren. Do you want? Okay, nice. So anybody born this way, any intuitives born in this cycle, in this form of mind, in this form of state of thinking, in this form of trying to realize or actualize their reality. I feel like I felt real bad as a kid, real bad. Yeah. Anybody got suspended from 7 schools? Anybody felt like they were witty as a kid? Or no? Nobody? Oh, I feel like I'm the only one. Then, yeah. Anybody have this type of like self-conversation with themselves where they just simply just talk because they recall memories or something like that? Or stick out their tongue for fun? No? I guess I'm so weird or whatever. Yeah, so that's the fucked up state of mind that you could have as a ENFJ, because you have feelings and judging, and you're simply judging everything that comes your way, and you try to make your way out of it, but you can't, because It just loops you infinitely in reality. So only best way to actually be a better person is to perceive things instead of being judgmental, because judgment leads to war, anxiety, and shit like that. All right. Anyone bad attitudes? Join me on the rant of righteousness. Is this sociopathy or is this worse than sociopathy? Oh, probably so good. This is so bad. All right. Okay, about the psychosis. More things. So the X-ray vision, right? So how did the X-ray vision work? It worked in this way. I got burned. I wake up, and I wake up in this weird state. And I look at my grandma, and I see she's a skeleton. And I look at her, I see she's a skeleton. And then I start running away and almost jumped out of a window head first, diving 3 stories into the garden or into the ground. And because of that, what happened is, because of that, what happened was that I ended up, Anyone have this? Anyone try to speak their subconsciousness or something like that? Okay, fuck it, gotta get out of my childhood. Fuck that. Okay, no, be back again. Oh, damn it. Okay, so. Okay, so basically I saw my grandma as a X-ray skeleton, and I jumped off and I tried to hit my head first on the ground to like simply end my life, but it was all okay because she stopped me and I didn't do it. Technically some people want me dead, so I don't give a fuck, and that's all right. And now we're gonna go on to our next topic. Thank you. Next topic. Okay, so what happened? Let's see. Okay, so lots of bad behavior as a child. Lots of chaos. Chaos was a friend. It was not an enemy. Insanity was a friend. It wasn't an enemy. And these sort of values, they start to build up, and from this negative aggression and strong evil, you turn to the light side as you grow up. And as you turn to the light side, everything becomes calm, tranquil. Nothing becomes any more of an aggression, and you start becoming, a very saint type of person. And this I want to say because I don't want to inspire Luciferian energy, and I don't want to inspire Luciferian ideals, because those are negative. And this is the negativity that comes to people who are absolutely fucking insane in their fucking mind. So should we not go there? And that is the way of things. That they should be that way. As you were saying. And if anybody has any questions, I'm fully here to answer and make your day a better place now after giving you this speech of reality. If anyone wants to hear anything. That self-absorbedness is a pain in the ass. I am serious. I don't know why. And it just loops itself energetically like that, and I can't get out of it. Unless I soften my judgment and I don't, feel judge things irrationally like I did when I was a child. Maybe it's like torment bullying, maybe negative childhood, negative conditioning that kind of creates you to be that type of person. It's not, maybe it's some kind of demonic aggression that I've altered. As when I was a kid, I looked like, some shamans told me I had like a bit of demonic possession. So from that, I kind of reverted to it, and then now I'm in that state of mind. Another sense of states is that maybe sociopathic tendencies, or whenever people try to label themselves, they understand that they're not fully sane in the mind. As soon as you label yourself as a sociopathic person, you probably will start creating pathology of sociopathy, or maybe just the attitude or the bringing, the mirroring of such actions, such does occur in an individual in that sense. Yeah, it's kind of bad. Wait, this guy should watch the movie Gifted. It was quite intriguing. It has Prince even in it. Gifted. All right. Wait, is that the movie? Oh, that was the movie about autistic guy, Gifted, or was that? Oh, The Wonderful Mind. Any ESTPs out there? ISTPs. Fuck, what am I saying? INTPs out there who have watched The Beautiful Mind before and could relate to that guy talking about synthesis and corroboration with individuals.
I don't think we have any INTPs in the group, unfortunately. We have 2 INTJs, 1 INFJ, and an ENTP. And I'm an ENFP, so I think that...
They left,
yeah. I think that's kind of...
Their social anxiety probably hit as soon as I started talking about this. Probably they related to it in a way, possibly. Uh-huh. All right. So let's talk about something more positive now. Having this sort of not good... Having these barriers when it comes to talking makes it very complicated for anybody to realize the understandings that things on the subconscious mind that are, generated by different spiritual realms and different dimensions create different types and different forms of manifestations of entities that form into anger, that form into emotions. And it's very important for people to consider that, because even the people of sociopathic behavior can be able to change their lifestyle. Now, so the cynicism is quite bad. And I guess that people kind of need to adapt to others, or else they will be showing their childhood subconscious natures of being in mind, which sucks.
Have you ever considered the spirit of corn?
The spirit of corn? For why? Why, what's that? No, man. No, I don't want that. No. What's that shit? No. What do you think? What do you guys think? I just demonstrated you my childhood behavior. What do you guys think in general? Is this something bad? Is this something unbelievably, unexplainably horrible? Was damn it! Phew. Gotta get out of that state of mind. That was toxic. Wow.
I think we can relate this in terms to...
Yeah, it was pretty bad, yeah. Caroline, has anybody had this? I'm just curious. I'm curious to relate, because a lot of the times people get themselves in this aggression or something and they loop it at their entire life and they don't realize how bad it is, and that's the thing. That's what I wanted to say. This amount of arrogance just... This is what society does to itself and to people. And having the worst of it, I wanted to show you it. I wanted to show you the amount of arrogance and how painful it was to be able to actually actualize thought above this form of bad childhood raising nature. Yeah, Caroline, what do you mean by leave the past behind? Like, heal it, or just forget it in overall sense? I'm probably gonna cool off on this shit. Oh man. True. I agree with you. I do. And this whole sociopathic thing is it really sociopathy, or what you saw, or is that psychopathy? Or I just really want to know what was I induced? Maybe those are traits of some sort. It was really painful. But it was fun. There was a lot of fun things in life.
Yeah, there are a lot of fun things. So I think that's
How do you
pretty cool.
accept? Sorry. Oh, sorry. You could go ahead.
So
But about
also-
actually, no wait. I wanted to ask her something. How could you accept something you don't understand?
That is a good question. I think there are many great questions out there of that nature. And I think
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's so great to ask a lot of questions. There are some particular people out there who ask similar questions. Here, let me link you to this.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the past then and heal it, instead of maybe trying to, try to build away from the future. Since everything is relative, it's a good idea to probably be healing people and yourself from the past experience. So anyways, there was some good things. I just kind of wanted to share the dark side. But there was a lot of parties in the ENFJ life where you would basically go, you would drink a bunch of Coke from different people, and you would, try to flirt with one person at the party that you really like. So you ended up going through a lot of things, a lot of risk to find them. Jumping off the 3rd floor, the first time you do it with your parkour gang, your parkour crew, is like, oh my god, you look down, is like, am I gonna break my legs? And then you realize you're like, okay, well maybe if I try it, then maybe things will change, just jump in the moment of time. And as you do it, you realize it's fun. It was really fun. When I was doing it with all my guy friends, it was enjoyable, then to say the least. Things that were interesting. Going to occults. I was part of an occult. It's called the Universe, where basically this random lady actually picked us up. She was pretty rich, and she drove us to the top. She drove us into her apartment building. We sat on the top floor. We sat on the roof, and we were drinking tea, and we were just talking, having a very good time, and talking about the spiritual realm, about the Illuminati, about how the world is becoming too materialistic, and the currency is falsified. It's just a form of control in itself, and the spiritual realm is much more important in that sense. Just create some more better unity. But again, this form of, I don't know. I don't know what to call this form of aggression or psychotic behavior, or forms of relating through aggression as something necessary in a righteous way. I don't know how to leave the past really behind, because when I was a kid, I was basically, I think, tormented into psychosis. Not tormented into psychosis, tormented into psychotic symptoms. And I sort of forgot about them, but now today I remembered them. And it was from the idea that I was sitting in class, and I was a nice kid. I was a sweet kid. And some guy in the room, he ends up saying, "Michael, stop talking." Well, I don't even talk. And I get really aggressive, because the teacher is a fucking idiot who said, like, okay, well, Michael, I think you should stop talking. Get out of the class now. And I didn't say anything, so I was pissed off.
Yeah.
So things like that really pissed me off. Then people trying to backstab me. I ended up beating the shit out of the person who tried to lure me to the other people. I was, as you may already know, pretty aggressive. And yeah, my righteousness kind of slipped away a little bit from the idea about how I made decisions and judgments. I kind of feel pretty bad for that, because I knocked out people who were arguing about racial matters in school like no tomorrow. And that was because there was this teacher and this black guy and white guy were arguing. So I went up and I said, you know what, guys, I think you should stop arguing. And then the black guy showed the middle finger, and the white guy called the black guy a bad name, so I knocked both of them out. And that was random. I was a random violent person, basically. Yeah, it was horrible. But there was times where, it probably got altered within the group of alpha males. So let's say you see a group of people, right? you see the alpha male, you see the beta male, you see the triso male, whatever. You see the lambda there.
Can I interrupt
those-
you for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
I was interested in knowing what were their names.
Amir Kafkazi. I fought him a lot of the times. They were Georgians. Some were Italians. They were really psychotic, really aggressive people, and I was pretty much fighting them because I believed in rightness. And I was trying to be nice. They didn't listen, so they ended up in pain. Yeah, sucks.
Did you ever get hurt fighting them?
Yes, I did. Yes, they used to randomly kick me, and they used to want to find out why am I so soft in class. Until one time, so there was a kid, right? He was a bully. He was a bad guy. So I analyzed people right off the spot. 2.5 seconds, I already got some ideas about a person. And I'm sitting in class, and this guy comes up to me, and he keeps on, when you plug in your computer, he keeps on kicking off the wire and making the charger come out of the charging port. So I was really pissed off because the guy kept on doing that. And he came and he tried to push off my pencil case, and I took a pencil and I stabbed his hand because he was trying to push off my pencil case. That's how fucked up I was. I was pretty fucked up. Definitely. So
I was wondering if we could give a moment to let other people respond, because
sure,
it would be cool to do that. Okay. I'd like Cyzeras to come forth and join the conversation, because
if you guys wanna ask some questions, I'll try to keep it respectful. Just take it down a bit with the aggression.
I think it would be cool to have.
It would be cool. I'm up there.
And maybe Carolyn too.
Sure.
I don't
sorry,
know.
I did scare people away with the past.
No, I don't think you scared them. I think that they just are used to being quiet in groups. So.
Oh, I see. That might make sense. What is that BuzzFeed thing you said there? Was it cool? What about let's talk about people's dark sides, like their true.
Hold on. We were going to give a chance for those people to talk first. I want to get their input. Cyzeras, can you please come forward and give your opinion of everything that was discussed?
You stabbed somebody with a pencil?
Yes.
Man, that's aggravated assault, dude.
Yeah.
Did you get in trouble for that?
Yeah, I did. I went to the office and I got suspended from class for like 5 days or so.
So did you beat up all the bullies because they were picking on you, or because they were picking on other people?
Because they were picking on other people and they questioned my ego. So that was one of the reasons why.
So you didn't beat them up for kicking you to see if you were soft?
Oh, no, because they were they were extensively trying to bully me as a kid. So they would kick me, and then they would see, because I was soft, I was respectful. So so they would come up and they would be they would kick me, or they would sarcastically make a joke or something like that, or question my intelligence, sort of, in a way. Not really, because I wanted to be a ghost in class. I didn't really want to talk to people, and they were just trying to pry me up in a way. So I ended up.
Have you ever read Ender's Game?
Ender's Game, similar, yeah, kind of.
Similar to what?
Wait. No, I read Aragon. Sorry, not Ender's Game. Ender's Game. No, I was thinking about Enderman. So something.
In page 5, he's being bullied and he kicks a kid to the ground and winds up killing the kid. And the reason that he does that is to prove to everybody else that he can't be messed with. And generally with bullies, once you shut one down or you put a pencil through their hand, they're not going to mess with you.
Exactly. Yes. That's my type of aggression that I had, yeah.
So then all of the bullies that you beat up, you sought them out to beat them up after the fact?
After the fact that they win, yes.
Yeah, if I see you put a pencil through somebody's hand, I'm not going to mess with you.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, so then
because the alpha male was collecting people's lunch money, and I was standing there. I came in. I was a pretty egoistic type of person. I was just waiting there, but I was calm and quiet. And out of nowhere, I see this lineup of kids, and this guy coming up to them with like whatever it was, like chains. They had chains and sticks with stones on top of them, and they were like trying to scare the kids away or like ask them for money. And just generally, people knew that this guy was alpha male, and that he was huge. He was a huge guy. I could send a picture of him. And that he will own the school's territory. I hated that somebody owns the school's territory. During the time when I spend my time at home, my mom, she was dating 6 different types of narcissistic stepdads.
At the same time?
No, one after the other. I mean, in general.
How many? You said shaman earlier, and you said plural. How many of them did you consult?
Shaman? 15 or so.
15 or so?
15 shamans.
Did you have to travel around to find that many?
Just Facebook, and 2 in real life. Yeah.
That's a lot of shaman.
I know. You make it sound like food or something. Yeah.
So what do you have against alpha males?
I have against alpha males when they take control irrationally of others, and when they bully innocent people, when they don't give people a fair chance to develop normally. Then I come in as the punisher or equalizer. Basically.
So you're like an alpha
destroyer. Yes. I could fuck up an ENTJ if I want to. Probably.
What does their type have to do with it?
Oh no, sorry, just saying. You go. Well, never mind. That's fucked. That was fucked. Sorry.
Because the behavior you're describing is the behavior of the people that you're talking about taking out.
So yeah, sort of, yeah.
So you're one of them.
Not really. I'm Avenger. I'm just stuck today in the mindset because I've projected my past and I've recalled a lot of memories. So a lot of, feelings, they come off as if I'm in a fight. Well, when I'm actually in a conversation, so it's kind of like blurry.
So you can't trust them.
I can't trust alpha males, or I can't trust.
You can't trust those feelings that you're saying come up in the middle of conversation about things that aren't actually happening in real time.
I can't trust them as in no. I'm displaying them as a form of educational understanding of the forms of aggression that an ENFJ would generally have. I'm pretty sure all of us have the same type of experience as the conqueror of society, right?
What about the conqueror of yourself?
There is no conqueror of yourself because FE is extroverted.
So at no point do you engage in introspection and look at yourself and think, what's going on here, and is this a problem?
Yeah, not really, no.
You might want to look into that.
I know. It's like another life you need. It's like you need to transcend in Kabbalistic perspective to get there and understand that side. Because yeah, it definitely will come in handy. But
what aspect of Kabbalah are you referring to?
I'm referring to transcending realities, living 2 different lives. One life transitioning into another life.
And what's the purpose?
The purpose? The purpose of that. The purpose is to understand yourself, to make yourself more well-rounded, to have better understanding of your own actions.
Aren't you describing self-conquest?
Yes.
But you just told me that you never do that.
But no, because I'm telling you that as a form of influence. Like I can, a lot of the times, I could agree with this. No, I don't do that. You're right. And that's why I am so kind of lost in myself that maybe I come off even more than a psychopathic or sociopathic person would. I guess that's what kind of makes it probably so bad. When you're not self-developed, but you're developing others.
So how are you in a position to develop others if you haven't developed yourself?
Because I only put my interest out to develop others, not myself ever.
Why?
Really. Because I feel my mind works that way. And it's sort of like the conditioning of introspection wouldn't fit the amount of time I have in my life to have those two sides. And right now I'm just, back in the past. So when I'm here, I feel like there is no point in trying to develop the past.
Well, have you
So
completed?
I'm pretty much more developed in the future. I just astral projected myself to this state of mind.
Do you feel you've completed your transcendence?
No, because I need to merge two halves, right? I think so.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know. I don't know either. So that's what I mean. I don't even consider myself. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It passes me. It's like, it's not non-existent. I am fully ego dead. I don't have competitive values.
So it's like there's flesh and there's speech, but there's nobody there.
I guess so. What do you mean by nobody there? Like no identity?
I don't know. What does it mean to you?
It means just the person who never considered his own development, but he is developing. He is helping others develop their fragments.
You literally just said that you considered your own development when you're talking about transcending yourself.
Because you mentioned if I knew what Kabbalism is, and I just told you the definition to it.
Well, no, I asked what aspect of it, not what it was.
Okay, yeah, and what aspect of it? Yeah, I know what Kabbalism is as a definition. Doesn't mean I'm going to take action on it. Taking action and knowing something is two different things. That's probably what I'd say.
I don't know. I don't see consistency here.
There is no consistency. It's fully random. It's a way of my mind simply on a subconscious level organizing information with no pattern thought. I am completely scattered and spontaneous, I guess.
Frankly, that doesn't sound like a good mental position to be pointing out other people's problems and assisting them.
Well, when I help other people, it becomes easier for me somehow to introspect into all the social problems. I don't know why. It's just magical.
But you just said not 5 minutes ago that you don't engage in that kind of introspection.
Introspect in others, not myself.
That's not introspection.
That's yeah, I know it. Introspect, personal value relations. Yeah. When which incidents happened, Caroline? So what I'm saying is that I don't just have no plan for myself. I just have plans for others.
That's the opposite of the way you should be approaching things.
I know. Even if I know it, I know it. It's just I feel my mind just won't allow me to be doing things for myself. It's kind of weird.
Do you consider yourself a puzzle?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, whose job is it to solve that puzzle?
I guess, no one's really.
Not even your own?
It's just simply existent.
You don't consider it your job to solve your own puzzle?
Nope, not my job.
That might be worth reconsideration.
I know that could be a good idea, but it's like, okay, see, that's what I mean by sociopathy. There is cynicism and apathy in place of reconsidering your own self-development. I just like to look at the big principle picture and associate with that. I'm very good with associating with the moment of things and certain facts and data because they're ubiquitous, I think is the word. They're not relative to your own self-importance. They're simply there as a form of data, which can be used to an advantage of helping social circle.
How do you know you're helping other people?